Well, here we go. Let me just put the TV on mute, put the footy on the mute. If I'm still recording while the footy's on, I'll give us score updates, even though this is going to go up after the football's probably finished. But anyway, let me just settle in. I'm in bed again, guys, like I was yesterday. Because, just can't be fucked sitting at the desk. Settle in. A bit like yesterday, and a bit like every day so far. I've got nothing really planned. Don't know what I'm going to talk about. So, I mean, let's just see what happens. Updates on Lockdown 2.0, the COVID-19, the coronavirus situation. I think we were at 421 new cases today. Unfortunately, 8 people have passed away today. Thoughts go out to all of their families. It fucking sucks. I mean, viruses and fucking the invisible enemies. This is why you get these conspiracy theorists who say that this thing isn't a real thing. Because they can't see it, and their tiny little fucking maggot brains can only believes things that they see. So, anyway, what have I been up to today? Well, I laid down on the floor underneath my desk today. Not really sure why I did that. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. To quote John Farnham, good song, that one. That's an underrated John Farnham song, I believe. Seemed like a good idea. Seemed like a good idea at the time. So I did that for a little bit. That was fun. I want to say, people, can I say, obviously we need to be aware of the dangers of COVID, of the vid, and just aware of dangers and things in general in life. One thing that I think goes under the radar in terms of dangers and things that we really need to kind of be aware of. The dangers of sitting down for too long of a period. Many different reasons. The main one, to me, I feel, is hemorrhoids. You got to be really careful that you don't sit down on your fucking ass for too long, because you'll get hemorrhoids. I'm sitting at my fucking... not right now, I'm in bed. But I've been sitting at my desk a bit too much lately, I think, and not really kind of getting up and moving. Although I do what's called the Pomodoro effect. I think it's Pomodoro, where you work for 52 minutes and then you take 17-minute breaks. And apparently it's all the rage when it comes to being efficient. Apparently people get more done when they do that. Scientists, whoever they are, have worked out that apparently that is the optimum, the perfect amount of time to sit down and do a task and get a lot done. 52 minutes on, 17 minutes off. Apparently that's the deal. So that's what I do. I've been doing that for a few weeks now, and I feel like I've been getting more shit done, I'll be honest. I think the fucking thing works. But anyway, I went completely off topic. What was I talking about? Hemorrhoids, that's right. There's the promo for my Instagram story. Be careful of hemorrhoids, people. They're not fun. I've never had them myself. I'll just make that clear. But I believe my father and my brother have had them before, and not very fun apparently. And I just feel, because I'm sitting at my desk and I'm kind of working away. I'm doing some things. and putting together these little shows, doing a bit of editing and stuff like that, amongst other things. And every now and then, if I've been sitting down for too long, I just feel my asshole getting a bit sore. And sorry to get too graphic with you guys, but really I'm at a point now with this whole way of life. I don't give a fuck. You can hear all about my asshole problems, alright? Even though, like I said, I don't have hemorrhoids at the moment, but I feel like I could develop them soon if I don't kind of do this Pomodoro effect where I get up, every 52 minutes and just move around for 17. So that's that. If you're listening to this for the first time as well, again, I've just remembered that I have forgotten again to mention the name of the show. I think the earliest, what am I doing right now? 6.5 minutes in, and this is day 4 of the Non-Essential Podcast, and I reckon the earliest I've mentioned the name of the show is probably today, 6.5 minutes in. This is episode 4, day 4. So day 1, 2, and 3. I don't think I mentioned the name of the show on the first episode until I was like 20 minutes into this fucking thing. So, the Non-Essential Podcast, hosted by me, Matty K. I'm going to do this every day. That's the aim. The aim is to do one of these for just about 30 minutes every fucking day until fucking lockdown is over. Which, at the moment, is scheduled to be on the... Oh, fucking hell, I keep forgetting the date, or I get it mixed up. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? 13th. The 13th of September, I think, is when it's scheduled to end. And so, I sit here, or I lay here. I'm kind of sitting and laying. I'm kind of I'm lounging, I guess you could call it. In bed. It is the 6th of August 2020. And, the aim is to do one of these every day until at least the 13th of September, we hope. I mean, who knows? This whole fucking thing may drag on another couple of weeks after that, or months. God forbid. I'm looking at my calendars on my wardrobe. So what I did a few years ago was I just went to Kmart. I fucking love Kmart. We all love Kmart. Unfortunately, Kmart has become one of the casualties of war here with the coronavirus. And so there's no Kmart open for another 5 or 6 weeks. And so that's fucking devastating because I really need a new pair of shoes. But at the same time, can't go anywhere. But I bought this just A4 kind of pieces of paper that are calendars, and you have to write sort of the months and the dates in yourself. But I bought it for just I think it was like more than $5. I think it might have actually been 3, and it came with about 3.5 years worth of these A4 pieces of paper to just mock up your own calendars. So for the last 2 years, I think, I've been using these, and I just, at the start of the year, I rip out 12 of them, and I write, the months of the year, and put the dates in, and I stick it all up on my wardrobe, the sliding door of my wardrobe, and that's my calendar, and I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of paper left on the wardrobe. And I wouldn't be surprised if I can't go and get more calendar A4 pieces of paper until next year. That's what we're looking at the moment, people. That's how fucked the COVID situation in Victoria is at the moment. But hopefully every motherfucker will just stay home for a few fucking weeks, and we can just get back to fucking normality, or something that resembles a little bit more of a normality as the Gold Coast Suns run out onto the ground. I think this game is up on the Gold Coast too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm looking at it, and this game might as well be in Melbourne. There is nobody in attendance. There is nobody in the crowd, and I think they're allowed to have some people there up in Queensland. I think they're allowed to have, a few thousand people or whatever. But like I said, might as well be in Melbourne because there is nobody in this fucking crowd. The Gold Coast Suns, I don't know. I just don't know about you. Because, I mean, yeah, how long have they been in the league for now? I think it's less than 10 years, isn't it? Or it might be one of those situations where, it surprises you and they've actually been in the league for 15 years and the 15 years has just gone really quick. They haven't been around for 15 years, I know that for sure. They could have been around for nearly 10. But what have they done? They've done nothing. They've achieved nothing. I don't think they've made finals. They have easily the ugliest uniforms in the history of the AFL. And, I mean, I'm a Hawthorn fan, and I remember back in the mid-90s we came out with this. I think it was just for the pre-season, but we had this god-awful jumper for a short period of time that was like diamonds. The jumper was actually a navy blue, and then it had like brown and gold diamonds sort of on the front of it. It was weird. But this Gold Coast Suns uniform is even worse than that. I understand the colour scheme. I get it. It's it's supposed to be the lifeguards, the red and the yellow. But you've done nothing. Move to Tasmania is basically what I'm getting at. Give Tassie a fucking team. What is wrong with everyone? Yeah, but the thing is that the Gold Coast actually has they play a little bit of footy there. They always have had a bit of footy there. The Southport Sharks, I think, is probably the biggest name in sort of football on the Gold Coast, maybe other than the Gold Coast Suns. Although I wouldn't be surprised if the Southport Sharks are actually a bigger name up on the Gold Coast than the Gold Coast Suns. But again, my point is just give Tasmania a fucking team, and if it means you got to move the Gold Coast from the Gold Coast to Tassie, I don't think that's really going to matter, because again, have a look at your fucking stadium. You got nobody there, and I know we're all under restrictions, but again, it's like this game is being played at the fucking MCG. There is nobody there. And the stadium there is pretty fucking big as well. Like, I think it holds, somewhere between maybe 40 to 50,000. And they get no one there. It's fucking weird. Move them. Give Tassie a team. So that's my football rant for today.
You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast with Maddie K. Completely non-essential.
What have I gone? I've gone about 14-15 minutes, coming up to halfway through the show already, and I think I've touched on about 27 different topics. I'd like to apologise to everyone listening, if anybody is in fact listening. It's hard to sort of follow me sometimes. I do go on a lot of different tangents. Just stick with me, just listen to me, follow me. I'll get back around to things eventually. So, just adjusting, people. You know how it is. Sometimes you gotta just move around. What else has happened today? Well, actually, just before I started recording, I was scrolling through Insta, and I don't often look at live videos on Instagram, but I happened to check out a live one before. Young lady that I follow on Instagram, never met her before, but sometimes I slide into her DMs. Not for any other reason than just for conversation. She's actually very nice. She's a very nice person. And she lives alone, so I think she's getting a little bit bored in ISO. So she did a little bit of like it was a cooking show basically, and I don't know, there was just something about it that just captivated me. She was making a like a Mediterranean style lamb salad, I believe, and I bloody loved it. I kept checking in every couple of minutes, watching it, and yeah. So I'm not going to say your name because I don't know. Maybe you don't want me to say your name. So I'll just say keep up the good work. Keep up the good cooking. Keep up the good chefery, and I'll keep watching. That's about it, really. That's kind of what my day has fucking been like. I laid on the floor under my desk for a little bit. That was fun. I feel like I may be in the early stages of getting hemorrhoids from sitting on my ass for so long. I reversed the car about 1 meter for the bins to be collected tomorrow. That was exciting. And I watched a young lady cook on Instagram Live. So all in all, I think it's been, as far as lockdown 2.0 goes, it's today's been about as good as you could possibly want it to be.
You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast with Matty K. Fuck COVID.
Something else that's been happening in ISO is my Tinder and not so much my Bumble, but my Tinder and my Hinge. My Tinder probably more than any of the others has been going off, and I understand why. We're all fucking at home. We're all bored. We're all looking for someone to talk to, and maybe down the line someone to do. And that's one of the good things I think about this ISO is you get on your dating apps and you might be able to just line up some dates for when all this shit is over. So that's been exciting. Talking to some very nice people, some very nice ladies. Probably shouldn't put this up because they probably all want to feel like they're the only one in the world. Want you to make me feel like I'm the only one. Having some real problems with my throat, people. I've been having trouble with my throat for about 2 years now, from all the yelling and screaming I do in the clubs on the weekends as an in-house MC, and I originally thought I had nodules on my vocal cords, but I've been to 2 specialists that have stuck a camera up my nose and down my throat, and they both assure me that I don't have any nodules on my vocal cords. So now I'm starting to think that it's that I might need my tonsils out once I can have them out, because I don't think that's deemed as kind of emergency surgery in these times, unfortunately, because it's really starting to fucking piss me off. So that's that. And apparently, like, I'm not in really any pain. It's just discomfort and annoyance are probably the 2 words I would use to describe it. So yeah, got to get that checked. At the start of the year, and maybe even earlier than that, I was actually thinking the worst. I was thinking that I had like a tumor or something on my fucking in my throat, because I don't get it as much anymore. But I was getting a lot of sort of acid reflux, and acid reflux is no fucking joke, people. Listen to me talking about hemorrhoids and acid reflux today. Again, I don't have hemorrhoids, but I feel as though I could by the end of lockdown if I don't get up from my chair and keep moving around. But acid reflux is no joke, because if you get that a lot, it can actually burn a a hole in the lining of your esophagus, and that can lead to esophageal cancer. And so I was freaking out about that sort of at the start of the year. I still am slightly freaking out about it, to be perfectly honest with you. Because, you know, if I've got no nodules on the vocal cords, then I don't really know what else this problem could be. So I'm hoping it's just, you know, maybe I need my tonsils out. I do have gigantic tonsils. That was kind of confirmed to me by the first specialist I saw, who stuck a camera up my nose and down my throat. It was the first thing he said to me, is your gigantic tonsils. And I think I just said to him, well, you know what they say, you know, big tonsils, big dirt. I don't think they say that at all. I don't think anybody has ever said that, but yeah, so I used to get tonsillitis a lot when I was a kid. To the point where, like, the doctor said to my mum, he's like, you know, if he gets it again, we'll have to take his tonsils out. And I never got it again after that. So it was just a bit weird. I did also have a needle in my butt cheek when I was about 6 years old. I think I was in grade prep. And it gave me a gigantic, perfectly circular bruise on my ass cheek. And of course, I used it for show and tell at school. Not in class, like, you know, the teacher show and tell, but I did show some of my fellow school chums in grade prep. And have a look at this giant bruise on my ass cheek. And I'll never forget my dad's words to me as I was getting this needle, because he's the one that took me to the doctor that night. He's like, be brave like a Ninja Turtle. Because, you know, I was a big Turtles fan, and Turtles were all the rage back in 1990. So, yeah, so needles in the ass, hemorrhoids, throat cancer. One of the reasons I was thinking throat cancer as well is because if you drink a lot of soft drink, like I do, I drink too much of it. That can actually, you know, sort of cause it as well. So anyway, look, I don't want to freak out too much about having throat cancer, but I'm a little bit worried about it. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't smoke, so not that really means anything. Just distracted by the footy for a second there, people. The game has just begun. It's 0-0. It's St Kilda versus Gold Coast. Hang on, I think someone's about to score. No, they're not. Actually, hang on. Yes, they are. Gold Coast. Goal. Some dude from the boundary line, pretty much, fallen over. See, that's the thing. Some dude, I just said. I don't know any fucking footballers anymore. I've played football for the vast majority of my life. I started playing when I was 8 years old, played all the way up until I was, I think the last game I played, I might have been 31 maybe, or 30. I was definitely, 30, still playing. Toyed with the idea of coming back this year, actually. Even though I'm 36, but the league I was looking at playing in is, it's not a high quality brand of football. But 36 is still, playing local footy. You can still get a touch in the twos. You know what I mean? As I look at Stewie Dew, the coach of the Gold Coast Suns, and he is fat like me. So, what was I going to say about footy? Oh yeah, I don't know players. I don't know any players at all anymore, but at the same time, I've never really been a big watcher of footy. I mean, I could tell you, I could rattle off about 500 players from the 90s off the top of my head, but from around about, I want to say, I reckon from around about maybe year 2000, I probably stopped paying a lot of attention to players. To the point where, I don't really know many anymore. I know all the big guns, Dusty and guys like that, but I couldn't tell you one Gold Coast Suns player.
You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast with Matty K. Help.
I feel like I might have a little bit of editing to do with this episode, actually. Day 4. It was only a matter of time before I said something that I probably regretted saying or giving maybe a little bit too much information, like, my hemorrhoids. Which, again, I don't have, but I feel like I could by the end of lockdown. Just some things here and there, just some little fuck-ups that I think would be better, would be best if I actually just cut them out, and I don't think I've really cut out anything other than maybe a couple of ums and ahs. I don't think I've cut out anything from the 3 episodes I've done so far. This is day 4. That was something I wanted to talk about today. I was had the TV on the news, getting some updates, and they were talking about how it was the first day 1 of lockdown today, and I was like, hang on a second, didn't this start at midnight on like Monday, Sunday, whatever? Like, didn't this really start on Monday? It's Thursday now, isn't it? Day 4. And I was like, fuck, I need to take down episodes 1, 2, and 3 of the Non-Essential Podcast if this is day 1. I thought this was day 4. It's day 4, people, alright? Fuck what they say. Fuck the system, alright? Remember that. Fuck everyone. Fuck the government. They created Corona. It's not even real. You know what I loved, right, is that, and I've said it a couple of times already in sort of previous episodes. I don't want to talk too much about the whole conspiracy theorists because they fucking do my head in. But there was those handful of doctors that came out and did a little press conference somewhere to no press at all, really, I don't think, where they were like, oh, COVID, there's actually I don't even know what they said. I haven't watched any of the videos, but I think you know what I'm talking about. There was a handful of doctors, and they were basically saying that this thing isn't real, or there's a very easy cure for it. And all the conspiracy theorists were, of course, sharing that video. But I'm like, hang on a second. You're very quick to say that this is all a conspiracy, but like, why are you so quick to back up these doctors? How do you know these are even real doctors and not actors? So anyway, I just thought that was funny. Everyone's a fucking, I tell you what, these days everyone's a fucking politician, everyone's a fucking doctor. I tell you that. It's hilarious when I look at some of the conspiracy theorists. I know actual doctors, right, who in hospitals every day, and every day they say, this is fucking real, stop being a fuckwit, put a fucking mask on, get home, and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I'd rather listen to the real doctor, who actually is a doctor, not a fucking armchair doctor, not some fucking kid who thinks that everything is a fucking conspiracy and thinks the world's against them, when really, they're just a lazy fuck. The world's not against you, you're just lazy, that's why you don't have what you fucking want. And that goes for me too. Sometimes you got to give yourself a bit of a pep talk, and I feel that's another fucking another reason why I'm doing these things is to give you a bit of a companion, another voice to maybe listen to, especially for people that live on their own, who are doing cooking videos on Instagram. Maybe they just want to hear another human voice. Well, here I am. Your pal Matty is here, and I'm here every day until this is all over. Everyone, all right? That's the thing. You got to keep pushing me. You got to keep pushing me to do it, because Yesterday, I couldn't really be fucked doing it. Today, I could be a little more fucked. But at the same time, there is a part of me that's like, I can't be fucked. But you know, once I hit record and I get going, I'm pretty good after that. You know, it's the initial thing. The first step is always the hardest. People in life, all right. I remember when I went on a school camp in year 11. It was like a hiking / rock climbing and fucking abseiling camp, right? And we did this big fucking, it's like a 60-meter abseil or something like that on like the last night, I think, before we went home. And if anyone's ever been abseiling, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. It's that first, just that little fucking first, that drop off the edge. And then once you know that these ropes and belts and shit are going to hold you, it's smooth sailing from there. It's nothing to worry about. I don't really know where I was going with all of that. I think I had a point, and I don't remember it now. I'm getting distracted by the football, I will admit. By the way, score check. It's a goal apiece here for the Gold Coast and St Kilda. Let me just actually turn my head from the TV and talk to you guys seriously, if I can. I don't have anything. I should have fucking thought of something. But anyway. Lockdown 2.0 sucks. It's fucked. We haven't even done a week of it yet. I'm sure there's a lot of you that are getting really restless. Me at the moment, not too bad. I'm expecting to I got a little bit restless yesterday and maybe a tiny bit today. I'm expecting to really start getting cranky in a couple of weeks, probably the day that this lockdown was initially scheduled to finish is when I will start to get, cranky, and that is in just under 2 weeks from now. But because people can't fucking stay home and everyone wants to be a fucking hero and they want to be the fucking the one that gets the people fucking uprising, we have to fucking do this for another 4 weeks after that initial end date. So fuck you all. I think I said this on the first episode, and maybe it was a little bit harsh. What did I say? Something about Corona killing them, the conspiracy theorists. I don't know. So, like I said, it's probably not a great thing to say, but fuck them. Another goal for St Kilda, again by a guy I don't know. He looks like a little fella. Good on him. Right spot at the right time. Now there's an ad for Macca's. I tell you what, I was thinking about Macca's the other day, and I'm going to start thinking about them again. I think this is not good. Double quarter pounders. I can't wait to fucking just wrap my fucking lips around a double quarter pounder again. A juicy, oily, dirty fucking double quarter pounder. Oh, can't wait. I mean, I don't think I can actually still. Macca's is still open, right? Is Macca's still open? Surely Macca's is still open. I reckon there could be some sort of nuclear holocaust and Macca's would still be open everywhere.
You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast with Maddie...
I can't go to Macca's now though, because it is now 8:24 PM. The curfew is in effect here in Victoria. Oh, fucking curfews. Hey, I don't think I ever had a curfew growing up, actually, as a kid. I barely even had a fucking bedtime. It was just do whatever you want, Matty, kind of thing, I think. Yeah, so I mean that could explain a lot about how I've turned out. There's always room for improvement in life, people. Alright, always. As long as you're alive, you got a chance to improve. Remember that, okay? I am dropping some fucking wisdom and some knowledge tonight on this episode, day 4. And let me tell you something. If you've listened to the majority of this episode and the 3 episodes before this, where I've just been talking rubbish and maybe trying to make you laugh a little bit, and hopefully I have, because laughter is the best medicine. Although, you know, fucking penicillin is pretty good too. But, you know, I probably will drop some knowledge bombs over the next 6 weeks, hopefully. Anyway, I don't know if that's just me thinking I'm a lot smarter and wiser than I actually am, but maybe I'll fucking say some shit where you're like, yeah, that's kind of inspiring, Matty. I think we all have the ability to be inspiring for not only ourselves, but each other. That sounds pretty inspiring, doesn't it? I just made that up. Yeah, I think I've done the half hour. Let me see here. I've again sort of split this recording into a few different ones. So we got a 14er, we got a 3-minuter, we got an 8-minuter, a 9-minuter, and this is coming up to 3-minuter. Yeah, we're done. That's today's episode. That's day 4. They're not all going to be winners, people. All right, the majority of them will probably not be winners, but I'm here to do this every day, not just for myself, but for you guys. This is therapy for me as much as I hope it is for you. Even though I'm just a fucking dude who a lot of you probably don't even know, talking absolute just fucking boring shit. I don't know. I'm just doing what I feel I can to maybe put some minds at ease for 30 minutes or so a day. Sue me. Anyway, that's it. Episode 4, day 4 of the Non-Essential Podcast. Brought to you by Dan Andrews and Lockdown 2.0. Check in with you tomorrow, I guess. If you want to fucking talk about some shit, hit me up. If you want my thoughts and opinions and views on things, let me know. If you want to jump on one of these episodes with me, we can actually make that happen. I know I'm using my phone right now to record, but I can get you on the phone and we can and I can record the both of us talking and having a bit of a conversation. Again, just making this whole thing a little bit easier for people. So anyway, yep, that's it. I like to just end these things very abruptly, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right